Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. I am so glad to be here each and every week. I do these lives and I call them Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. I do them for a couple of reasons. The first reason is for auto shop owners to look at your business from that 30,000 foot view. So many are caught up in the day to day, they just don't have the time for that strategic thinking. And it really is a game changer when you can actually look at your business that way. It's a competitive edge. The second reason is for you to take one action item away each and every week. I work with action takers. That's where the magic is. That's how you get the results. And the combination of these two, looking at your business from that 30,000 foot view and taking action consistently each and every week, it really does cause a ripple effect in your business. And it really does help with getting things done quicker than you normally would have. So, a common question that I get asked is, Marianne, who do you work with? And I work with single location auto shop owners. Those are the ones that come to me who say to me all the time, some form of they're overloaded. They are consumed by their business and they really want to have a life. They don't want to be going 24/7 anymore. They don't want to sacrifice their business, but they want to have a life. So if you find this valuable, please share this live with someone that you know, a shop owner that this can help. This is a giving group. There are so many good things and so many good people in the automotive industry. So I want to put that out there. So let's get started. This topic is a meaty one because it is the end of the year and we're approaching a new year. So are you ready for 2026? What I want to really put emphasis on is don't rush into 2026 without this simple reset. I do this every year. I've been doing this for years. And it really helps me in both my shop as a shop owner, because I've had a shop since 1999, and I do speaking and coaching for the industry as well. And I do this for all the areas of my life. So most shop owners will go into 2026, the next year, they'll roll right into that year doing the exact same thing they did this year, but hoping for different results. You and I both know that that is not how a profitable, sustainable, enjoyable shop is built. I mean, it's not how any business is built. So before you set any big goals for 2026, take a moment to review this year. And this I'm going to break down for you. It's very simple. Simple doesn't mean easy, but it is simple. And I'm going to share this with you right now. So the first thing that you do is what worked. Where did you see real progress when you think about it? What happened in 2025? What happened in this past year? What decisions or habits paid off? And I'm talking about personally and in your shop, because there's two parts of us. There's the work hat that we put on, but then there's also the personal side. And I'm a firm believer that they can complement one another. You don't have to choose one over the other. That's what I call work-life fulfillment. So it's important. So I did this for myself, right? Where did you see the progress and what decisions or habits really paid off personally and in your shop? Sometimes we have to create boundaries, right? There's a lot of things that are going on and we can't be everything to everyone. It's really good to focus on what you're doing. When I'm at home, when I'm with my family, I want to give 100%. When I'm at the shop or I'm coaching, whatever it is, or I'm speaking, I want to give 100%. I want to be present. And many of us And I've been guilty of this myself. It's something I had to learn. Many of us feel like we're doing so many different things that it's hard to be fully present. So, this is an important one. What worked? Where did you see real progress? This is when we talk about wins and what decisions or habits paid off personally or in your shop. And feel free to put them in the chat because I'd love to know. After you do that, you want to ask yourself what didn't work. And when I talk about what didn't work, I'm not talking about really being hard on yourself and beating yourself up. That's not what this is about. This is a review. So, what didn't work? And what I mean by that is what drained you or drained your team? Think about it. Was it a process that wasn't updated, that you kept having the same issues over and over again? What was it? Was it the kind of customers that you were attracting? Did you struggle with that this past year? What was it? And which offers or maybe hours, marketing, or just habits, they weren't worth the energy. When you look back at it, you say, these are the things that really weren't worth the energy. They were more frustrating than actually doing what we intended them to do. So, in this industry, in the automotive industry, what's really important to me as a shop owner is getting to the root cause of a problem when a customer comes in and they have a concern. We want to get to the root cause. And as a coach and as a business owner myself, if I feel that something is not going well in the business or something didn't work, I want to get to the root cause. I just don't want to put a Band-Aid on it. So it's important to look and decide what didn't work. And the third one is, what did you learn? What did you learn from this past year about yourself as an owner? So it could be personally and professionally. Is there something that you learned about your numbers? What about your team, right? Or your culture that you have in your business? Or could it be you learned something about your customers? So, what is it that you learned? What was the takeaway? I'll tell you that I recently went on a vacation. My husband and I, we went on a vacation right after the Thanksgiving holiday. So we were gone the first week of the month of December, and we had a lot going on. We had construction going on at the shop. We had so many different things going on. And I'll tell you something that I learned. I learned that I have to schedule more time away together, more time away. I go away and I do speaking. I do probably 6 to 10 speaking events a year through associations and different organizations. And I enjoy those. I love those. And I love seeing the people and networking with industry peers. But that's different than going away personally. And I did it a lot when my kids were young. We did it. We planned it because our children were young and you had to work with school schedules. So it was very easy to say, okay, let's put this on the calendar. When is this going to work for all of us? But then they got older and they weren't relying on us anymore for their vacations. So it was just him and I. And we kind of put that on the back burner. So this trip away was a really good reminder. So that is actually one of my goals, one of my personal goals for 2026 is that I am going to schedule more time away, right? And then whatever it is that you're going to do, then work backwards. It's reverse engineering. Okay, so what has to be done to make this happen? What things have to be in place to make this happen so that we can go away more regularly and take that break? Because when I have a break, oh, I come back with so much clarity personally, clarity for my business, all kinds of things that I'm going to, do and put into place. So, what did you learn? This really matters because your 2026 goals should be built on reality, not just wishful thinking. People can put out these huge, crazy goals. This is what we're going to do. We're going to double our business. We're going to triple our business. But we have to deal in reality, not just wishful thinking. We have to put the actual doing, actual activities and projects behind that so that we can turn that goal into a reality. And again, I suggest that you have a personal and a professional goal because they do go hand in hand. So when you pause, when you take a few moments to sit back and review, a few things happen. And this is really key. You stop repeating the same patterns that will keep you stuck. All of a sudden, you realize what they are when you want to take a real good look, and you're going to stop those. You also see where small changes could give you big time and big profit, right? They're really going to give you back a huge amount of time and a huge amount of profit back. And it doesn't take these massive changes. They can be the simplest small shifts when you start getting ideas and thinking. And lastly, you start the new year, which is 2026, with intention. So instead of reacting to whatever shows up, you are starting the year with intention. So here is a simple way to plan 2026. I want you to think in two lanes: personal and professional. So personal, how do you want to feel? How do you want your life to feel next year? How many days a week do you want to be in the shop? What health or family commitments are non-negotiables for next year? Only you can answer these. There's nuance. This isn't the same answer for every single shop owner because it's going to matter a lot of times the stage of business that you're in and the stage of life that you're in. Are your children young? Do you have grown children, right? What is your situation? So I wanted to just quickly repeat those. How do you want your life, how do you want your life to feel next year? How many days a week do you want to be in the shop? And what health or family commitments are non-negotiable? Right? It's food for thought, but it's powerful. And then for your professional, your shop, what is your revenue and profit? What numbers do you want to see and why when it comes to revenue and profit? What numbers do you want to see and why do you want to see those numbers? So you're actually setting up goals for yourself. For your team, what roles need more clarity, support, or training? Now we're talking really about culture, right? And being there for your team. And then you as an owner, what do you need to stop doing, start doing, or delegate? These are big. These are powerful. It's simple. This is a simple process, right? But it's not easy. You have to give it some deep thought. So you don't need this 20-page plan. You need clear direction and a few smart priorities. So each week I give you an action item and a pro thinking tip. So the action item is block out 30 minutes this week. Grab a notebook and answer these questions. What worked? What didn't? And what did I learn? Then write 3 bullet points for your top focus areas next year, 2026. A personal one for your team, and one for your numbers. Think about it. It's not hard to do. You can do this. I know you can. 30 minutes. And a pro thinking tip is don't ask, what should I do next year? Ask, who do I need to become as an owner in 2026? So my goals are normal. They're not a stretch, right? That question, when you ask yourself, it shifts you from just hoping to actually leading and making it happen. Because I wish you success in 2026, whatever that looks like for you. Because again, everyone is in a different stage of business and a stage of life. So, very important that we keep that in mind. Every shop has nuances. So, if you would like my eyes on your 2025 review and support you mapping out 2026, put it in the comments. Just put in the word plan, and I will send you the details for a 2026 planning session where we'll actually look at your personal and shop goals and create a simple, realistic plan that you can actually follow. I like to do that each and every year because I love this group. It's a very, very giving group. So put plan in the comments and I will send you the information needed. So that's it for Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. I'm so glad that you're here. I can't believe that I've been doing these lives for close to 3 years now. They go by so quickly and I really enjoy doing them. So have an enjoyable week.